This week on the Modified World, we're going to talk a little bit about biopsy punches and why they're awesome. So stay tuned. So, welcome to the Modified World, a weekly web show about body modification. The people who do it, the people who get it, and of course why it matters. I am your host. I'm the senior piercer at the world-renowned Pangea Piercing in beautiful downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the purveyor of various amounts of internet wackiness that a couple of people have grown to accept and look forward to. But that's right, I'm GC Potts, and this week I'm going to be talking to y'all a little bit about why biopsy punches are totally awesome. For those that don't know, biopsy punches basically like a little miniature cookie cutter for skin. Cores out a little bit, takes a little bit of the cartilage out of the way, so that all you have to do is grow skin over the sides of the hole, which is totally awesome. Because when you use a gun to do a piercing with, all it does is tear a hole and push all the tissue out the side. When you use a blade needle or a tri-bevel needle, whatever you want to call it, it makes a C-shaped incision and then stretches from the bevel. However, use a biopsy punch and it cuts a nice clean hole. Gets rid of all that cartilage, and all you have to do is grow skin over the sides of the hole. Would you like to take a look at those marks and tell me what you think? Go ahead, man. I'm silly. Fueled by pure silly and proof that it has nutritional value. I'm liking the left. You think you like the left? Works for me. He's going with the left. My friend Alec over here came all the way from what? Flat Rock, Michigan. Going to let me do some of my sweet biopsy work on him today. We're happy about that. But no, it's been my estimation in the last, I don't know, I've been using biopsy punches for about 10 years on people's cartilage. I generally do not use them on soft tissue because there's really no advantage to it. But I've been using them on cartilage for about 10 years now, and something I've noticed is they heal much faster, much prettier, much easier, and a lot of times they hurt less than using a tri-bevel needle. And of course there'll be some people that'll be like, well, what about an O needle, JC? What about a chamfer needle? And I'm like, well, I guess it's an option. I'm certainly not here to micromanage what other piercers do and what other piercers use for their tools. That said though, I personally feel like they're kind of dull, and they're not exactly the easiest thing out there to work with. Biopsy punches just provide superior results. So why don't you see them used more? I don't really feel like they require any more training or skill than a regular piercing needle. Why is it that you don't see them? Well, largely because in a lot of locations in the United States, they're technically illegal. Now, this raises real important questions. Is your responsibility to a bunch of legislators, or is your responsibility to your clients? I have always said that my responsibilities are to my clients and to my audience, because, you know, most of the people that watch the Modified World aren't even in my local area at all. Like, the vast majority of them aren't even in the United States. They're in places like Germany and the UK and Australia and, you know, Israel and all kinds of places all throughout the world. Shout out to Turkey too, man. Turkey has a good showing. It's strange, but you know, those people are not burdened by the same silly arbitrary rules that we are here. So I just use the best thing for the job, and I say don't even trust me on it. I say, ask Mr. Sambavan Cyborg. He's dissected and cut apart more ears than a lot of us have actually even pierced. And he sees the damage. He sees what happens when you use a gun, or a tri-bevel needle, or a biopsy punch. And even though he has a thick Finnish accent, I think he says it better than I ever could myself. Alright, so I find that you're one of, of course you're one of the most experienced people in the world when it comes to working on people's ears under the skin. You get to see things under people's skin that most piercers will never, ever, ever see. So, with that in mind, have you noticed any difference between gun piercings, needle piercings, and punch piercings in people's cartilage?
Yes, I've noticed a lot. With the gun, the cartilage is like cracked everywhere. It's like there's a big cracks coming from the hole from many directions, and same happened actually with the normal piercing needle, and sometimes I've seen even splinters, like a piece of cartilage goes into the cartilage and causing kind of like a splinter. I've seen piece of cartilage next to the piercing hole when you do the piercing with the bevel needle, it hasn't take the piece of cartilage off, so it's just a kind of under the skin, between the cartilage and skin, causing lots of problems.
That's exactly what happened to my conch piercing, my own personal one that I got 18 years ago. You can feel the cartilage in there, and it hurts. I can't even wear 18 gauge jewelry in it and it not hurt.
And when it's about dermal punch hole, the cartilage is not damaged unless people been stretching after punching. But normally there's no any damage in the cartilage, and stretching cartilage is the same like try to stretch a concrete wall. It doesn't stretch. But
like trying to stretch bone.
Yeah, but you can obviously force things through, causing even more problems. So yeah, basically, I think that would be way better to use like a dermal punch, like a biopsy punch and needles, or biopsy punches, especially for cartilage piercings.
All right, brother, go ahead, take a look. Tell me what you think.
I love it.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Pretty badass.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Right on. How did it feel, brother?
Didn't hurt too bad. The sailing actually was really nice.
Right on. What was the best part of this whole experience for you?
Just the staff, overall, the experience, the mood.
Right on. Nice. Right on, man. You think you'll be back?
For sure.
Right on, brother.
Yeah.
That was my show this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, possibly moderately entertained. You know, I'm giving out t-shirts to the happy peoples. So, share this video. That's right. I'm going to pick 10 people and send them a t-shirt. So, share this video on your social media network. Tag me in it. And maybe I'll pick you. And you get some free swag. Who don't like that? Of course, leave me a comment in the section down below. Hit me up on your social media networks. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that shit. And of course, stop back by next week for another episode of The Modified World.
What